Right, hello everyone, and welcome to another one of my Zwift racing reviews. Today we're on the Zwift Crit Racing Club race on the classic course that goes off into the new Jarvis Island. I'm in the 350 to 520 pen, the kind of, I guess, C cat for old money. Got into this race with a bit of an open mind, really, of what to expect. I say it's quite a varied score bracket, so now I was around about 400 into this race, so I just thought I'd just see what happens. You know, if my legs want to give it a go and can hold on, then I will, and if they don't, they don't. I know that obviously there's 4 times up the climb on the Jarvis Island, so yeah, I'll just take each climb as they come. If I can hold on, then I'll hold on, and if I don't, I don't. And yeah, let's get to it. So yeah, usual kind of Swiss start that we have. You know, people go out at the start, and then we settle in relatively early, really. And I'm just kind of preparing myself mentally for the first climb that is just coming up, just to see if I can hold on, see what people choose to do. I'm not planning to do any wild attacks or anything like that. I just want to test my legs. And so I haven't done much of a warm-up. Kids, I only just put them to bed like 15 minutes before starting this race. So I didn't have much time to warm up at all, if any time to warm up at all, really. So yeah, I just thought I'll see what everyone does and kind of have a gauge from this first climb. Currently got another anvil given to me, which is not ideal for the climb itself. Obviously it's an anvil, so I decided that I'm probably going to drop it just before the descent happens. So yeah, got to the climb itself. Managed to keep onto the pack. Okay, not any major dramas. So yeah, dropped the anvil just as before I went through the banner, so that hopefully I would get something, another power up that would be useful straight away. Unfortunately, that power up was a feather, so for the descent I would have loved to have had a second anvil just to give me a chance to recover and then follow all these other anvils that were being dropped from them lucky lot that got it through the con banner. But yeah, I'm using this opportunity now to just recover, try and get the heart rate back down, get some fluids on board, and just kind of prepare again for the climb. And it's just literally coming back around the corner, noticing that pretty much everyone is still together and the group is fairly big. So yeah, just pretty much getting round to the bottom of the climb again and to go again. So I noticed at this point on the second climb that we've got a few riders that have decided to push on ahead, drop the feathers, and have started to pull themselves away. I wanted to try and get onto them as soon as possible. I thought the sooner I can get on, the more likely I can recover. And yeah, not if I was dropped back too far, you know, there's a chance that I could get spat out of the back. Clearly, these are some lighter riders in front, so I thought I'd just try and get back onto their wheel. And like I said, the sooner I can get onto that, the sooner I can just try and recover and not suffer as hard up this climb. It'll be best to drop the feather power up that I got from the top of the climb the last time round at this point here, just to help me get up and over the final part of this climb. I am roughly kind of like at the kind of lead the group. I don't know what I was thinking really. I just thought I'd push hard, get over, and then carry the speed, and the kind of same kind of mindset that I had just before. The sooner I get over this, the sooner I can just recover. You know, maybe we can stretch the riders out. You know, there might be some hope for me to have a good finish. But yeah, so got over the second climb, and off we go again, back down to the bottom. So yeah, this is the start of the third lap. This is possibly where things slowly start to unravel for me. You can see a few riders decide to go early before the start of the climb. And again, initially I'm like, right, we need to get to this and hold on to their wheels. Though you can see that I'm not really making any progress, and then riders are starting to work their way past me as well. So I'm like, right, I need to try and keep on these wheels the best I can, get out the saddle, and start just trying to use different muscle groups to help us get over these kind of parts. Obviously, there's a few flatter sections on this climb itself, so I'm thinking, right, I just need to work into these flat sections, and then kind of have a micro recovery before it goes. But as you can tell, there are some riders now up front that are really trying to pull away, and there are riders that are responding to that. I'm at this point not able to bridge any gaps, so I'm just trying to see if I can surf the wheels the best I can. Start seeing at this point though of the kind of long drag up before that that kind of downhill section of the climb, that I am starting to drop back, and the gaps are starting to get bigger. So knowing that I've not got much longer until I can get to that kind of recovery section, I'm just trying my best to hold these wheels, and hope that at least on the descent part of this part of the climb anyway, as you can see on the graphic, that maybe my weight can just bring me back to these wheels, and then stick with this group for that last kick of this climb, which I do. So yeah, we managed to get up and over the climb, and we noticed, or I noticed anyway, that the gap's only like 2-3 seconds between them couple of riders that did break away. So I thought, well, I've got a bit of me on the descent anyway. I use my weight to my advantage, and let's just bring these guys back in. Maybe not the best choice. Maybe I should have used that opportunity just to recover and just let the other riders close in. But sometimes when there's a carrot in front of you, you just got to go for it and do what you can. So that's what I do. We get to the bottom, caught them a couple of riders, and then get a short turn just to try and recover and yeah, brace myself for the final time up the climb. So yeah, this time though, the start of the climb, everyone seems to fairly behave themselves. No one's initially trying to break away, and the group is sticking together. Though I am at this point, I am starting to struggle. My legs are feeling tired, and I am sensing that the inevitable is going to happen soon. Though I'm just trying to keep with it the best I can. Again, aiming for the kind of blue markers on the graphics to kind of give myself something to go for, because I know that at least they'll be flatter and give me a chance to be able to recover. So at the bottom of the red part of that graphics, I decided, just to drop my feather power up that I had, because I needed something to try and boost. Maybe I did that a bit too early, because again, we got to this flat section where it wasn't going to get much benefit from using it, and then we got this steep section coming up, and at that point my feather had dropped and gone. So I put an initial burst in, just to try and keep the speed going and keep going, but immediately, as you can see, I just collapsed back into the saddle, and slowly you can see the riders are starting to push their way past, to the point where I've dropped that kind of wheel in front of me. This rider comes by, and I'm like, right, try and get on his wheel, and it's not happening. I am definitely cooked at this point. Notice there that I've got one more rider that has also kind of dropped at the back, so I thought, right, I'll just try and keep onto this person's wheel, and maybe we can ride together to the finish, so at least I'm not doing it solo. And yeah, so then it's just me and this one rider now, kind of going up to the final section of this climb. I would say taking turns, but we just riding together at this point. And as you can see, that group has just gone. I think we're already at like almost 10 seconds at this point. And we're already halfway up the climb with the final section still to go. So we've got over. I'm still with this other rider. Got the anvil this time, which I thought, I was quite buzzing about that, at least because I thought I can recover on the descent. I wasn't going to try and attack or anything. I just thought I'll use the anvil and just use that as an opportunity just to recover on the climb. Obviously knowing too well that I'm not going to sprint for the finish probably at this point, and just bring it home the best I can. Though the rider that I am with decides to, I don't want to say attack, but definitely picked up the pace and flew past on the bend here. So I thought, okay, is this rider trying to drop me? So I thought, right, well, I'll just get back onto this rider's wheel initially and see what happens. When I get back onto his reel, I just thought, you know what, sod it, let's carry the speed, let's get out of the way, and let's just see if I can pass them at a steady watts, not sprinting, but just keep the watts high and just try and pull a gap away from this rider, and just see if I can keep away rather than need to sprint, and just try and keep the watts at a high level, which I do. Yeah, down to the final K at this point, and I just thought, yeah, I'm just going to keep applying pressure on the pedals. I noticed the rider behind me is kind of jumping between like high watts per kilogram and that, so I was just trying to measure my efforts against that rider at this point now. But yeah, as we're watching myself get to the finish, overall, actually, I mean, yeah, it's a bit disheartening getting dropped from a group, but you know, that's just the way it is sometimes, and sometimes you do well, sometimes you don't do so well, but you know, I'm just going to see it as a good opportunity to push myself. It's like I said, it's been a while since I've really done some proper Zwift racing. I've only just starting to get back into it, so yeah, I'm always up for the challenges and seeing what I can do, and you know, as I do more of it again, hopefully the next time when I do this course. The fourth time won't be as hard as I found it this time round. So yeah. But hopefully you all have enjoyed anyway the video, and yep, stay tuned for whatever comes around next. Probably find something on the weekend to do. Do like the old tiny races that Zwift Insider do. I always find them ones fun, quite high intensity for a short period of times. And I was doing them a lot back in the day, and I was always finding that my fitness actually improved from doing that. So yeah, I think I might give that a go next. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.